14-time Pro Bowler, Fox NFL analyst. Tony Gonzalez joins us to close out our Monday post-Super Bowl show.
Let's close it out.
So were you in Minnesota? Were you in Minnie?
Yeah, I was out there.
Okay, so
trying to make some money.
Yeah, you were out there doing radio shows with like Mud Flap and Biscuit in the Morning on 96.5 Fresno's Best Rock, that kind of thing.
Yeah, local because I give back.
You're a giver.
Oh, giver. Why not? I got nothing else to do, right? It was a free vacation. My wife came out and she goes, "You know what? It was really good to have you out of the house for the last 4 days."
Oh, she said that. Yeah.
Like, okay, great.
Little space. First of all, your interpretation. I thought it was just 4 hours of awesome.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable game. Unbelievable. How about that? 2 years in a row. Just fantastic football, and I'm so happy that Philly won.
You are?
I am, and nothing against New England. I love New England. Everything that they're about. I love Tom Brady. People think I got a man crush, a Belichick, because they do everything right, and there's nothing about them that I'm rooting against. It's just I've wanted somebody new. It's just such a great story. Nicky Foles, Philly first championship. The way it played out, I mean, it's amazing. I'm so happy about this game.
You know, it's funny. You know what it reminded me of a little bit? I'm going to take you back. You would remember this. Remember Lute Olson?
Yeah.
He coached basketball at Arizona. He had the silver hair. He's a great coach. Mm-hmm. And for years and years, he had these great teams. And they kept losing in the tournament early. Mm-hmm. And finally, he has a team. The one team he has that nobody gives a chance, Miles Simon's on it.
Yeah.
He's a freshman.
Yeah.
And it was like the team, you're like, oh, well, this year. And they kept winning and winning and winning close and winning close. And you looked up, and the most unlikely team for Lute Olson, because they won like 28 games a year. His teams were like, I mean, it was basically Duke, Arizona, like for like 15 years were the best programs in the country. And Lute won a championship in the year. Nobody gave him a shot. They had freshmen everywhere. Well, this is the one. There have been Philadelphia teams with Randall, with McNabb, with Wentz at midseason. You're like, they could win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, when Wentz went down, I just like I put him 8th.
Done.
Like I crossed him off the list, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just some level.
This is the movie of the week or whatever in like whatever 10 years when they do the remake of this. By the way, the last team to beat that team that won the national championship was the Cal Berkeley Golden Bears.
Did you play?
I had 20 points against them. Anyway, but that's neither here nor there.
Guys always remember their buckets.
But yeah, that's the best thing about it. I mean, the Nicky Foles.
God, he was accurate.
To me, I played like he looked like a franchise quarterback. I can't wait to see what his future is off of this.
They have to keep him, Tony, for a year because that Wentz injury, people are saying it's got a Bridgewater feel to it. Like it's one of those that takes, it takes 9 months. So I think they'll keep him around for a year. You'd overpay for it. This team's too good to be awful at quarterback.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you have to overpay for a back. Minnesota's too good not to have a decent, expensive backup.
But is he a backup now? I just look at him and the way he played. And he's done it before too. It's not
second time.
Not a fluke. Second time. I don't know. For him, I got to be. Those balls were so great. He played just as well as Tom Brady to me. Just as well.
I would say this. Tom was in the first half a little off. He was a couple of routes he was behind guys.
Yep.
So I would say the same thing. I thought Nick's accuracy was terrific.
Yeah.
Now he had better protection. He was literally under duress twice in 4 hours.
But when he did roll out or had to get flushed out of the pocket, he was throwing darts right on the money.
Okay, let's talk about 2 touchdowns. Let's talk about the Clement third quarter touchdown that he throws. Chris Collinsworth said what I felt, which is I give up. I can't tell what catch.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway?
According to the rule, that was not a catch. And I was saying it. I'm like that they're not going to count this. And I was saying when they don't count this, another tragedy, another bad call. As far as coming from a guy who caught the ball for a living. I was saying to myself, that's a catch. Yes, he bobbled it or whatever, but it's a catch. And I think this is setting the tone for the rule change. And I'm sure New York was conscious of this during the game, that this is how it's going to be from here on out. Because we want the catches. The fans want the catches. That's a catch. And I think this is how it's going to be called from here on out.
Yeah, let's listen to Al. I'll give Chris Collinsworth credit. He knew when he said this he was going to get – I'm sure Philadelphia people are bombarding him, but he was saying what my friends and I were saying is, well, according to the NFL, we've been watching this the last 2 years, this is not a catch. Here's Collinsworth and Al.
3rd down and 6. That line does a good job The pass into the end zone, and it is Corey Clement. Yes! Take a look here. Starts to lose control, and then that left foot is clearly out of bounds.
Yes.
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Yep.
Touchdown.
I mean, I was like,
I'm stunned.
Yeah, we looked
okay.
at that. It looks like it can go either way.
I give up.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I give up. If that ball's not loose in his arm
Right there,
when that
it's loose.
last foot came down,
But it's a catch.
I give
Well,
up.
no. Yeah, no. In my whole life was, but it's like saying 55-mile-an-hour speed limit goes to 65. At 55 it was, but if you change the sign to 65, then that's the new rule.
That's the
So
rule.
the new rule is that. Now, there was the other touchdown to Zach Ertz. What was your opinion on that?
Once again, it's a catch, and he did take the 3 steps. I think that was a lot easier than this. He took 3 steps.
Yes.
He was a runner, but even if it was 2 steps, I was like, that's a touchdown.
See,
that's a catch.
Totally agree with you.
Yes.
Like, to me, this is because we were sitting there at my house and we were like, okay, the ground caused the ball to come loose. But this is my thing about the end, because let's just do this with the end zone. For the end zone, for all players, it should be the same. If you have the ball in your hand and you've planted your feet and the tip of the ball's in, it is a touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about the process crap on that play.
Yeah. Well, and you got to think about this. This is where I said there's too many people at the NFL with jobs to do. They got to go to that office. They got to sit around. They got to come up with the rules committee and all this. It's like, they have too much time on their hands, because why does this even come about from this way? I mean, it was great when I was younger, when I first came to the league. If it ain't broke, why are we trying to fix stuff? Like, just have fun with the game. That's a catch is a catch. It's pretty easy to call, to me.
Yeah, it's the old rule. Take a wide shot, Sam. People make fun of me on my staff for this, but if I throw this pen to you, okay, I'm going to throw this pen to Tony Gonzalez. Now watch this.
Let's see this.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now stop right there.
Yeah.
I would say, nice catch, Tony.
Uh-huh.
But in the NFL's eyes, because it's a pen, until you took the top off and signed your name and completed the process, they would say, well, it's not a catch. A catch is, hey, nice catch, Tony.
Nice catch.
You throw your keys, your sunglasses, a ball to your kid. Nice catch.
Nice catch.
The NFL's created this process. I don't want to hear about it.
I don't want to. They got too much stuff, too. Too many people.
Okay, now, Malcolm Butler's a very good player. He got benched. Listen, Philadelphia deserves all the credit. How would that play and land in a locker room? One of the corners for New England said, yeah, I didn't know anything about it until the game started.
Really?
I mean, I'm sorry, Tony, but that's going overboard to me as a coach.
Yeah.
Like, let's say he broke a rule. Just say, Malcolm, I'm keeping you out for the first 2 series. I don't think you can bench a star player for a game. By the way, Brandon Browner went out and on, I guess this is Instagram, and said a locker room was divided pregame, most yards ever given up a Super Bowl, and your best defender over the past 3 years doesn't get a snap. You were hurt/burnt where he was needed most. Fool's pride. Got to be honest with you. I'm kind of on the player's side there.
Yeah, I'm on the player's side, and I love Belichick. I think maybe this is one of those that his ego got in the way. Ego has no amigo.
That's what you tell me.
And I think, and this is something you usually don't see out of some. You do see the suspension maybe for the first couple series, maybe the first quarter or whatever, but then you put the guy back in. But Belichick, he's there's a method to his madness. They almost won this game, though. I mean, if Graham doesn't come around and get that sack.
Hey, by the way, on the alley-oop at the end of the game, we'll show the play again. If I was an official, I would struggle to call pass interference late. I just couldn't. Unless you literally grab Gronk's shoulder pads. There's a lot of weird stuff here. Brady gets hit a little late. Hogan gets smoked in the middle of the field to reroute him.
Yeah.
What is the rule down there? Because you were the tall guy. You were the tight end. What's the rule on this?
I was the jumper. So I was the one who's
Look
going
at
to go up
that
and
penalty right there.
and
Boom.
bat up. Yeah, boom. I'm going to go bat it up. In the Super Bowl, too, I noticed they don't, the refs, the beautiful thing about the Super Bowl, there's no penalties. They're not going to let the penalties determine the game. And I think on a play like this, especially when it's the last-minute play, the refs usually let you go out there and just do.
And I think
get away
that's
with
the
everything.
right thing.
And I've had this before. I've been on the negative side of it, though, where they come up and they push you. It's clearly pass interference, or I'm getting held, and the ref won't call it because he doesn't want to be that guy either to determine the game with the flag. It's pretty much It's playground football at this point.
Remember the Green Bay Seattle game a couple of years ago? There was tackling in the end zone. No, I don't like the Brady late hit doesn't bother me. I don't like what they did to Chris Hogan where they rerouted him.
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks.
Yeah.
By the way, my MVP of this, Malcolm Jenkins.
He was good.
I like him.
I like the Eagles' own line, but they'll never give it to that.
No.
All right, nope. Tony Gonzalez, going to be a Hall of Famer, 14-time Pro Bowler. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, it's your new and improved New Year's routine. It's already a mess, right? Have your trips to the gym already become less and less frequent? Time to make a big change in your life. It's called M-Drive, and it's nutrition science here, okay? Your post-holiday lull. Put an end to it. Science, clinically tested, safe, effective ingredients. Designed to boost your natural testosterone levels. You've already got them in your body. Most importantly, it increases your energy. There's M-Drive Workforce. M-Drive Boost and Burn is their fat burner. M-Drive Prime is their product to get you off the couch. Buy mdrive.com. Put in the code HERD. It's 25% off. Refine your Prime with M-Drive. Buy mdrive.com, code HERD. Also available at Duane Reade and Vitamin Shop and Walgreens and GNC and Sprouts as well. Buy mdrive.com, code HERD. Speak for yourself later. We'll see you tomorrow. Way to go, Eagles.